This year's work-life balance index is out, and you will not believe where the US is on that list. Or maybe you will. But first, what is the work-life balance index? Well, every year, B2B SaaS company Remote assesses work-related factors like annual leave, access to healthcare, public safety, and average hours worked per week. This year, they ranked the top 60 nations based on GDP and ranked them out of 100. Let's take a look at who's ranked highest. The top 7 have countries you might expect, right? Like Canada, Scandinavian countries like Denmark, Norway. You have Germany, you have Belgium. And what do you think are in the top spots? Do you think the US is one of these? If you guessed no, you would be correct. We've got New Zealand and Ireland taking the top spots. So why is New Zealand ranked number 1? Well, first of all, they have 32 days of statutory annual leave protected by their government. They pay 80 to 100% of sick leave. They have 26 weeks of maternity leave at full pay. On average, employees in New Zealand work 33 hours a week. Sounds nice. And they rank highly in happiness index, global peace index. So basically sounds like people in New Zealand are kind of living the life. Let's take a look at who's in the bottom. Cool, so we've got a few countries here. I have no desire to comment on any of these. It feels very loaded. I can't speak to their work-life balance, but I can speak to the US, which ranked 59th out of 60. That's right, out of the top 60 nations in terms of GDP, the United States is second to last. Why? Let's look into it. The US has 0 statutory annual paid leave, and it is the only country out of all 60 countries that do not have required paid leave. If you're looking to take maternity leave in the US, you can, up to 12 weeks. However, your company is not required by law to pay you anything at all during those 3 months. Unlike most of these other countries, the US actually has a pretty high happiness index. And the average number of hours worked per week, not so bad at 38. So what makes the US so low ranked? A few things. First, it has scored poorly on the global peace index, worse than pretty much every country on the list but Iraq and Ethiopia. But pretty much every other one. Minimum wage in the US is also pretty low compared to the other countries. Altogether, all these things ensure that the US is ranked pretty low. Are you surprised by this ranking? Would you move countries to increase your work-life balance? If so, where would you go? Let us know.